Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills.
Let's go! Switch up, switch up. Watch twist. Watch.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
49. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Come on, set's coming. Time to end it. Check three.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Ready. 41. 18 Gator. Rabbit. Check Nick.
Throwing again. Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Lorenzo Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch out.
From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
53, Mike, 53.
Running, it's Drake.
Rush in.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Come on, let's go. 53's the mic. 53 is the mic.
Go.
Yo. Check. 53 is Mike.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
Don't say nothing.
Let's go.
Hey, Charlie.
53, Mike, 53.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. Go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
All day, baby, all day.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Lorenzo Alexander. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 1 yard to go.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
We own them. Hey, Foxtrot.
Let's go.
Middle. Hey, home.
Mike, 53.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
3 yards. First down, Buffalo.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 1st down, Drake tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Allen.
Let's go.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go now. Mike, go to base. 51. Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
A run for Nick Chubb.
Watch the shift, watch the shift. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Run, go!
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You don't want none.
Throwing is Jackson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard
41,
line.
Mike. Squeeze. Hey, hey, hey. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Go. Out. Go, go. Out.
Now Jackson on first down. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31.
He's checking off. Undercrunch, undercrunch, go, undercrunch.
Here's Jackson to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Check.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting.
He's got daylight past the 20 and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka with the extra point. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Here's Jackson. Got an open man, it's Ratley. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Browns first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check 41. Defense wins championship.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, They have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Kroft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5, so the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs, but out there now and says he's feeling pretty good.
53, Mike.
Regular.
Switch.
Quick throw going to be caught by Foster.
Under 10.
Complete to Robert Foster. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
That's
It's a pickup of
And we
6.
got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run.
5 wide.
53's to Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
From the 40 now on second down. Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's third down and 4 yards to go.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Give me that ball, defense. Hey, wahoo. Give me that ball, defense.
Allen to throw once more. Open man, here's Foster. 9 yards that time.
Let's go.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
56. Mike, 56, right there. 56.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Mike, 41.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson, quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 30 on second down, Jackson.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 49. Mike, 49. I don't think you got it, son. 36, 30. Go. If you kill it, motion me out.
Check.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson throwing again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's fourth down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And John Brown's got it complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. You don't want it. You don't want none of that. Give me it. Pick up the ball.
Half 10.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
On first down, Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Bang, 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 bang.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Nice, sweetheart. Shit. Check your hot read.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
Outside coming.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Landry again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jackson now to throw again. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Demetrius Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
53's the mic. 50.
Hey, Echo.
Check pass.
Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again.
Watch the screen.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Joe Schobert just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Mike, number 53.
From the 27, Allen.
I got you. You're all mine.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards to pick up there.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
They'll run on first down. Drake, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
Alpha.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch that.
From midfield, here's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
56.
And it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Allen going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go, D.
Hey, exit.
To throw again,
Mike, number 53.
Allen.
Mike, 53.
All day, baby. All day.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 31.
Now Jackson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set, ready. The Mike. The Mike. I'm here all day.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I'm not ready.
No. Off.
Throwing again, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Back, back.
Jackson from the shotgun. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The give running right, Dre. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, Zoo.
53's the mic. 53. Check it out.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I got one. Buzz. 53, Mike. Time to go, night.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flush to his right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
You better bring gas.
From the gun, it's Drake. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 49.
Big edge.
Pass 85.
On 1st and goal, Drake looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know you feel that.
At the 8-yard line.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
56 to Mike. Smooth. Mike. Let's go one more. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Now Allen.
Watch the pass.
Escaping. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
53. Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put the
To the air, Allen. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Switch.
Jackson now. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Push him back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And now another one thrown incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We got this.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
All day, every day, any day.
Charlie.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, Dino.
Allen now throwing again. Able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Bravo.
53. Check. 53.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen flush to his right. And that's complete to Brown. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
All day. Check.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mike.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Allen to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Hey, box drop, box drop.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, he's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Danny. Regular. Alert!
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Let's pick it up.
Allen gonna go on 4th down.
Let's get off the field.
Going right side here, and that's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Slam.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Mike. 56.
All you get is a headache.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm coming.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because